If you put it all together, you are living in a metacrisis. A metacrisis is a term that um, has come out of our community. I think Sean Hargens and Nick Hedlund were the first to use it. It comes on the back of work also that others in other communities have called the polycrisis. So we're not the only ones to have been seeing it. The metacrisis, I think, is a more depth and complex term than what a lot of other folks have seen. And we have an initiative going on at the Institute that is going to theorize this in a very, very deep way at the level of the deep structures and generative mechanisms led by Nick. But all of that aside, put yourself in the middle of this slide. Where's the white space? You have a little bit of white space in terms of your daily behavior. Maybe a little bit of white space in terms of your identity, like who am I? But man, does it feel pretty stultifying. It feels pretty enveloping. Now, it is fair to see or say that, and I've actually criticized the metacrisis on this basis, that the metacrisis is something that metasystematic minds see. Another way to say it is like, if you're going to have an integral mind, of course you're going to see a metacrisis. That's what integral minds do. You generate a metacrisis. And so in a self-reflexive way, we can be self-critical and say, yeah, this is what we're seeing because this is what metasystematic minds are going to do. I think there's something real to that we need to be humble about and acknowledge. But that doesn't make it wrong. It doesn't make it inaccurate. It doesn't make it unreal. It might mean that we're seeing something and living in a reality that for us, we can make object, and that for many, many others is still just subject. And so these warping processes, this red here, is something we may be able to see in objective terms, and we can theorize about it, we can explain it. But for a lot of other people, this is subject. It's there. It's causal. It has real power, but they may not be able to see it and feel it in ways that they can put outside themselves. Instead, it becomes a hidden force in so many different dimensions. And so it is still warping.